Hello world, and welcome to our live stream. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Frequency.
And tonight we are joined by the one and only Hex Allen, here to tell us all about his crowdfunded comic book, Nephilim Squadron, Volume 1, available over on Indiegogo.
Hey, how's it going, Global Frequency Gang?
There we go. That was a little bit delayed, but, you know, we're working out the internet issues, I guess. Hi, Hex, and welcome to the show. You've been on with us before, so you're no stranger to like the format that we do here. Why not you tell us a bit about yourself before we dive into the book?
Oh, well, my name is Mel Allen, or Hex Allen, as I go by on the internets. I'm a longtime illustrator and graphic designer in some parts, and animator. I was an animator, but recently I've kind of gone independent and wanted to really work on my passion project, which is Nephilim Squadron. That's the graphic novel. But also been a long time comic fan and just general pop culture freak, you know, like most of us are here. As well as I don't know, I just have a general interest in science and science fiction, fantasy. Huh? You okay? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you were roboting, and I don't know if it was just when I switched to my headphone it changed, but we were good now. I was just switching his headphone.
I can still hear myself though.
Yes, because you're on my computer. You can try your headphones.
I don't want to be on your computer.
Okay, so put your headphone back in.
I don't
While we figure out our technical difficulties, we will say hello to the chat.
Hey.
And say hi, Peter Tomiati.
Oh, hey, Peter. How's it going?
Hey, Mobix.
Welcome. Oh, Mobix. Hello.
We have Will.
Oh, we're from Creators
Outlet. He's also a creator and purveyor of cartoon magazines.
Mm-hmm. Some cartoon magazines.
So why is it smooth on your computer and not on mine?
I don't know.
Mine is brand new.
I understand.
And it's got the camera connected to it.
I understand.
And the mic.
I don't know why we're having that issue, but we can solve it with my headphones for now. And we will troubleshoot it for later. I know that.
But Hex is also not moving.
Oh, I heard a robot. So
on the screen.
What is that?
He's fine on mine.
Okay.
I'm not sure what's fine, but I can't do about it at the moment.
Next,
oh
when did
man,
you fall in love with comics.
Well laid plans. How did I fall in love with comics?
Yeah.
How? How? That was
when?
When? Oh.
No.
When?
Why?
Who?
Why did you?
Who? Why? Yes. Why? That's a good question.
Better.
I suppose for me it was when it came to mainstream comics, and the first title I delved into was West Coast Avengers, because some kid in junior high was like, "Hey, did you love the Avengers?" to me, you know, and I was like, "Yeah, sure." You know, vaguely knew who they were, you know, the members at the time.
Have you ever wondered what the Avengers would be like if they were from San Francisco?
Yeah, dude, we live on the West Coast. You gotta like the Avengers from the West Coast, so I was a bit intrigued by that.
Tell me how you feel about Power Man and Black Knight.
I dug how different Power Man was, and like he had the Nehru jacket, and what was it? Was it a Nehru jacket?
They were
The
so
glowing
different.
eyes.
The Avengers and the West Coast Avengers. It was just
Yeah.
I don't know, East Coast, West Coast, right?
But Power Man was an interesting character. He may seem like I don't know how he's handled these days, but from what I grew up with, he was a movie star, right, or something, an actor.
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
Was it Wonder Man? You're right. I'm the wrong name. It's Wonder Man, right?
Wonder Man.
Yeah, it's
Wonder Man. You said Power
Man.
Wonder
Man.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I immediately thought of Wonder Man when you said Power Man.
Yep. Well, we're talking about West Coast Avengers.
Yeah. Yeah. That was weird how he had these glowing eyes and those weird powers, and he was just like a kind of a douchey movie actor too. But it's not. I'm not saying that he was my favorite or anything, but I find
So, who was your favorite West Coast Avenger then?
Was it Tigra? Is that it? Or is that DC? The cat.
I honestly don't know the West Coast Avengers that well, mainly because it was like, what if the Avengers were from Hollywood?
Scarlet Witch and a Vision were in there too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Vision was always. Like I have an episode where he went to Hollywood. Yeah, Vision goes to Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So from there, I begged my mom to take me to a comic shop, and the rest is history. I went in there and saw that there was a lot more than just West Coast Avengers. And a lot more than you see on the spinner rack at the grocery store. Even though I still would buy spinner rack comics. Even when I couldn't make it to the shop.
Which comics did you get off the spinner rack? Because I used to see stuff like DuckTales and G.I. Joe and Spider-Man. DuckTale comic books. RoboCop too. I saw RoboCop.
For me, it was New Mutants. That's when I got into Bill Sienkiewicz, but it was more just a continuity at first that I bought New Mutants. And I wasn't really into the Sienkiewicz's art at first because I thought it was stupid and childish. And it wasn't until I saw Elektra Assassin that I realized he was a genius, artistic genius.
So New Mutants was your supermarket comic book.
Yeah. Oh no. I think the Punisher miniseries. That's when I first saw the Punisher miniseries. Yeah, too. Also, and I didn't know anything about the Punisher at that time, and then later, realized he made his first appearance in Spider-Man, and then from there I would go to venture to all the local shops wherever I could around town. And LA is a big city, and it's used to have a lot of comic shops in the 80s. There's Golden Apple. Graffiti was the one I used to go to a lot, and Heidi Ho Comics, Jeffries Comics in Torrance.
There was a store called Heidi Ho Comics.
Yeah.
All right, it was a different age. Okay, what's up, Collision Bomb? So, when did you start creating your own comics?
That started. I guess that started with just making battle scenes from Empire Strikes Back in second grade. I didn't really consider those comics though, because what happened was in second grade, friends of mine were like really into Star Wars, of course, like you are at that age, and sometimes we'd forego our recesses and stay in the classroom and just try to outdraw each other with the coolest Star Wars scenes. And so I would draw the Hoth battle scene over and over again for days on end. And I guess that's where it started. because it was the scenes were like just a kind of a double page spread, like you see there in the background.
Mhm.
But they told a story, and I'm kind of just realizing that now. That's really started.
But
But
you're just
after that,
realizing that comic books tell stories.
no. That's where it
Realizing
started for
that
me.
they
Was doing
Oh,
those
we're done.
Star Wars battle scenes.
I was gonna say, that I don't know if that
In a
bodes
sense, it
well.
was kind of.
No, Hex is a master
Product, right?
storyteller.
So, are you reading anything that's on the stands right now?
No, I haven't been to a shop in like what year is it? Oh, like 3 years.
It feels like at least 2 years,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
Like the last time I went outside was
I've recently
2019.
been thinking about going, venturing back in.
What's it like on the West Coast? You're still on the West Coast. Of course, you're still on the West Coast. We're doing it on West Coast time. So, what's it like over there right now?
You mean like in terms of masking,
Going outside and doing stuff.
Yeah, people are doing normal stuff out here, but there's a new law that you have to show proof of vaccination if you go into a gym or certain restaurants, I believe, and other venues. But I don't get out.
We live in the
I'm
woods.
too busy. I'm too busy to get out much these days. Anyway.
Yeah, I hear that.
And I work from home, so she's living the
So,
life.
was there anything in particular that made you want to pursue a career in the occasionally discouraging, very difficult, rarely fruitful, and often thankless career as an obscure comic book creator?
Yeah, just the just that's the dream to be creative and present ideas and early on I knew that I didn't want to be working for Marvel and DC or the big two.
Why did you know that
because
early
of
on?
this just because of the stories that I'd read and the trades and and what you'd hear. I don't know. Sometimes you can be disillusioned. I guess maybe we're getting deep now. Maybe subconsciously I was disillusioned the first time I saw Howard Chaykin at a con in the Creation Con. I think it was in '85, and I had no idea who he was at the time, but he's since become one of my favorite creators. But I don't know. He was just so bitter. I saw him on a panel, and he was just so bitter and salty to his whoever he was talking to. I think a fan.
Yeah, I much prefer when the comic.
But I did find him intriguing.
I said I much prefer when the comic bros are umami.
Oh, right.
Bitter, sour, salty.
Yeah.
Making a food joke. I wanted to be Jim Shooter when I grew up. When I was a kid, I wanted to be Jim Shooter.
Yeah.
Yell at everybody at Marvel. No, you don't get paid. Put your work in on time.
Oh yeah, he was a maestro conductor. That's what he was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just replacing the entire brass section. Yeah. So this is the second time you're crowdfunding Nephilim Squadron, right? Previously released chapters 1 through 3 on Indiegogo. But is Nephilim Squadron your first book?
Yeah, it is actually. It is. Yeah, I have done some, very short comic sequential vignettes that I maybe shown to one or two people. But that's it. This is something I've been working on a long time and planning. There's a lot of planning and it goes into it. And I think it's ready to show the world. Prior to this, no. The only other professional publication experience was as a colorist at Motown Machine Works or Motown Animation back in the '90s. I did color on the Crush, a title called The Crush, which was written by Mike Barron. Oh God, who's the artist?
I love Baron. Baron's awesome.
God, I can't think of the artist name. It sucks. Yeah. Yeah. But that's as far as it goes for comics. And yeah, that was pretty much a paid internship, and that's where I met John Hervey, who is people in the crowdfunding community know him as Mr. Black Tiger.
Yeah,
Black Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Ryan Wynn.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they've got the comic shit there on their channel. But yeah, so yeah, that's about it as far as like
so the big difference this time
mm-hmm.
is that Volume 1 collects issues 1, 2, and 3 and adds color.
Yeah, so, and well, the first campaign was just chapter 1, 36 pages, and it's
and now it's 80 pages.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is the big one.
Right. So tell me what it was like adding color to everything.
Oh
and
my God!
Why you went black and white out the gate?
Well, we'll start with the black and white first.
Hey, Lieutenant.
Hey, Z. What's up, Jeremy? Hey,
what's
Oliver.
up, Ollie?
We also have Indie Wrestling Aces.
Yo,
hey, what's up, Indie Wrestling
Aces? We
Aces?
said hi to Collision.
Yeah, we said hi to Collision.
Hey.
I think that's everybody. I think we're caught up now.
Hello, Chad. Thanks for coming. Yeah, the black and white was intended to just be like a teaser, and just to see if people had interest in, because it's cheaper to print in black and white, and also because it's kind of I hate to keep using the word homage, but an homage to the older Viz black and white comics I used to collect back in the day. They were manga imports.
I like varying it up. You can say homage some days and homage on other days.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I do. Yeah, potato. You say sabotage.
When I don't want to say homage, I'll say homage.
Yes.
There is a lot of manga influence, it seems, in Nephilim Squadron. It seems that there's a good deal. So why don't you tell me, are you also a weeb?
Oh no. Oh my God, as soon as you said that, I thought there were going to be like some graphic of some jail bars coming down. We should
put him in weeb jail. Damn it, Moses.
Thanks for not doing that. No, I would describe myself as an otaku.
So you're a man of culture. Okay.
Right. I guess that's an older gentleman who's into the manga.
It seemed like we were going to nicely skip over this, but Neff is skidding into the crag.
Now listen here.
I actually had a note here. Last time you were on, we talked about the very intriguing setting of Nephilim Squadron, and you did a great job piquing my interest. Care to go through it again? If not, we can just talk about anime and piss off the chat, although Mo is already mad at me for ruining Caius, so we might as well have a seriously negative consequences if we do. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Can we go back to the color question? Because
yeah. Let's go back to the color question.
Yeah, color is
so why isn't manga in color?
See, it's manga and anime inspired. I'm not saying it is manga. I'm not saying I'm a mangaka. I'm just saying it's inspired by that, and in the sense that how Tarantino throws in all kinds of Easter eggs and nostalgia and genre. Oh my God, there's an Ewok behind me. Genre stuff. And it's always things that when you're watching, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that. That's familiar. That's from something else, and yet it's still uniquely Tarantino, which makes it nothing like any of those things. And think of Nephilim Squadron as something like that. It's like a Tarantino movie, but like Tarantino's Star Trek, right? It's like Tarantino's, except without the all the rumor stuff that's swirling about him now.
So Mo says today Dean's stream-ending presence is a blessing. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna have to get away from the weeb stuff on that.
No. Wait.
We don't want to upset you.
No, I'm just backtracking because we're going to go forward back to the weeb stuff. I just the color process is I'm really pleased with how the color's coming along. Although, as we all know, most of us as creators, how tedious flatting can be. But
I've been
yeah,
reading about flatting.
Mm-hmm.
I've been learning about.
If we're going to continue this flatting and chatting show, Frequency
Then
Girl's
there
going to have to learn how to
might
flat.
need to be some
and watch
flatting.
some.
There's nothing flat about Frequency Girl, so she's going to have to learn how to do the flatting.
Oh, I'm so glad you said it. But you could also be watching.
Nope.
Watching the Scotsman's old streams of coloring methods. He does a great job too.
Yeah, you got a really cool book, didn't you?
I do.
It was like a crowdfunding book on coloring.
It was. It's like Colorpedia. It's called. It goes all into like color theory and how to flat and color, and it comes with a whole bunch of like digital assets of like different paintbrushes and all sorts of stuff like that, which is kind of cool.
Excellent. Well,
so how long did it take to do the colors?
Colors are not done, but yeah, it doesn't really take long. It's just a matter of getting to it.
Mo, we're not involved in the race to 1K subs. We're not on that list.
But needless to say, the colors so far are looking great to me anyway. But yeah, I think everyone is going to be pleased. And yeah, so the next question was about my weeb. No. No.
But the book has been described as Star Wars meets Top Gun, and Macross influence is clearly an important influence. So how did you come up with the idea for the setting and the overall story? Which came first?
Well, the setting, I think the setting came first because that's where you see the influence of the pilot stuff and the aerial combat and the alien stuff, and I didn't really want to do robots or transforming stuff. Am I going to admit it here? Mainly because it is time consuming and hard to do.
Robots are hard to draw.
Yeah,
that's true. They're a pain in the ass.
Maybe not for my first big epic. Yeah.
Or so I've heard. I wouldn't know. I don't draw.
Anything.
So I just decided to stick with aeroplanes, and they're gone. And the story came about, I guess, from an influence of watching the first Gulf War, and because the main villain is kind of inspired by Saddam Hussein, which shows you how long I've had this thing in conception. But he's evolved and changed over the years, and the setting is kind of a wild, exotic place.
Mo goes, that was just a warning shot. He booted me from my own stream again. Neff had to go. Well done.
Too much weeb talk.
So yeah, you did a great job piquing my interest last time when we talked about this. Tell me more about the the that you're building. You said no robots, no Transformers. Bad guy is Saddam Hussein.
I didn't say no. Maybe I did say no, but the focus is not really on mechs. There are mechs on the ground, and they serve as more of a police. Hey, 24 eyes. More of a policing and utilitarian purpose. so they won't be like transforming.
Yeah, you have like biomechs and stuff, right?
Yes, the humunculmech.
Humunculmech, that's it.
Yeah.
Now, is it humungumech or just
homunculmech?
Homunculmech.
As in home man. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just
thought it was
mispronounced
like
it just
little
now.
homunculus guy.
Yeah. That's right. And they're going to be homunculi also, actual homunculi.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
That's creepy.
But those
You
are
have
later
aliens,
volumes.
though, right?
Yeah, and I didn't mention before, but they're also like other aliens, like since this is like the Assault Interstellar Forces in the story, they're like a Star Trek Federation organization, and the you have like other alien races that work with them, who are everyone speaks the standard language, English, right? So and
Common.
some of them are more like human, some of them more like a freaky. But the El Savali on this planet in this story, they're the thing with them is that in this universe, there's the concept of the Prime Directive, but I have a specific name for it. I call it the Roddenberry, and what? Do not violate the Roddenberry. So what happened was when these creatures on this planet sprung up and started attacking the human civilization, it seems to be like out of nowhere, and it appeared that the human civilization had broken the Roddenberry, the Prime Directive, because they a long time ago they would not have been able or been not been allowed to colonize the planet if there were other creatures like that living there already.
So, for the not nerds in the audience, will you explain the Prime Directive? Because he's talking about Star Trek. So,
yeah, I'm sure everybody knows. Yeah, and where you don't interfere with intelligent sentient life that already exists on another planet.
So no colonization,
primitive
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No screwing with their society, being like, "Hey, look, it's warp technology."
Hey, check out my cell phone, bro.
Well, says the Roddenberry, aka the Cringe Directive. Creators outlet says twigs and berries.
Boysenberries.
I ate those when I was little. Don't do that.
I hope I don't get in trouble with that. That's just the name, isn't it? Roddenberry. It's just a name.
It's someone's name.
It's homage.
Right. I hope so.
That's a callback.
Yeah, I see that. Should I call you back? Yeah.
Bring it back. Full circle.
It's really awful.
No, let's circle back to.
So tell us more about the Roddenberry and your aliens.
So the real story is that the El Savali, the creatures there, they started off as like a coral on land sort of animal, and through some human machinations and shenanigans, they quickly evolved into what you see in the story as this walking and I wouldn't say talking, but communicating.
Walking and shooting is what it looks like.
Yes. Yeah. And when their space continued to be violated over human generations, as they evolved into more human-like creatures, the vast area where they originated from, it suddenly generated a force field that wiped out all like electromagnetic activity. So it made it harder for humans to invade, sort of a defense mechanism. And then they eventually developed their own flight vehicles, which are those strange squid creatures, which I call shroom dragons, or the humans on the planet, they call them shroom dragons.
I like that.
Which the Elsavali pilot and fit with armor, exoskeletons, and chemical weapons.
See,
Yeah,
Saddam
it's,
Hussein.
Oh yes! Oh my God! It's
Now, are these shroom dragons
It all
operated
came
by
to me in a
hand
dream.
crank because of the analog nature of the technology that exists inside the force field, or have they since overcome that limitation, or are these actually not planes, but these are mushroom dragons?
Oh no! See, well, the shroom dragons are kind of more of a slug-like creature, kind of more of like a cephalopod on land, and through chemical means they're able to float and manipulate and fly in swarms. Manipulate their
So
bodies
you
to
really,
fly
when
in
you shoot
swarms.
them down, you're killing creatures. You're not shooting down alien spacecraft.
Right. Yes.
Okay, that's definitely a darker take on humanity. It's more Slayers.
Oh wow! I thought it was bright and sunny myself.
So you have an oceanic theme where you have like these monsters from the deep, coral and cephalopods, and I don't know if shark men exist in your world, but they're all now
they're on
living
land. Yeah.
Right. They all kind of like came and
kind of partially on land, but mostly underground. And then you'll see in volume 1, you'll see their lair. A deeper look at it.
I understand, Mo. I agree. They seem like they
Shroom
had
dragons
crack
seem
packed.
like they
I mean, cephalopods are cool. They could still be crackback.
They would need to worship the rock.
I mean, maybe they do. Did you ask them?
I don't know, Hex. Do your cephalopods?
It seems like that. Seems like that would cause them to start bubbling up and like salt.
That's fair.
Bath salts.
Is there salt in crack?
That probably wouldn't work.
Well, I mean, there's salt in the ocean, right?
Yeah.
Different kind of salt.
Rock salt.
Yeah.
Right. So opposing the Silvali, am I saying that right?
Elsavali.
El Silvali. Where
Yeah.
did you come up with that name, by the way?
In a dream. I don't know. It was so long ago that I forgot where I came up with that one from. But I just stuck with it because it was so,
So opposing the El Silvali, you have the brave human forces under the something. What's their acronym?
SIF. Soul Interstellar
SIF.
Forces. Yeah. Soul Interstellar Forces.
Do you want to? I'm going to add this to the stream so that we can see the guys. So yeah, tell me about the protagonists we got here.
Well, you got Teru is he's a clone, and in this universe, what clones are the specially made clones in this universe are called Taquin, and their special made purpose is for Tachyon jumps and space folds, things like that, and it doesn't affect them at all because of their physical makeup. So,
I mean, most technically right.
So it's like Revenge of the Sith.
He stole Soul Interstellar Forces. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, because
I'm taking on revenge for what they did to Star Wars.
Well, and then the El Silvali countered and put up their electromagnetic interference, developed these flying slug creatures, and now Soul Interstellar Forces come back to push their shit in. So yeah, it's Revenge of the Sith.
Did I miss when we were talking about Beelzebub? Because I don't get this reference.
Oh, is that a different conversation they're having there?
But I didn't see anything about that.
He's probably in two chats.
Maybe.
Forgot where his cursor was. Typing the wrong one.
I thought I maybe just like missed something.
Lieutenant Colonel is spazzing out here. He doesn't know where he is. So Taru is a clone, and clones exist because
he said Beelzebub.
El Silvali.
Oh,
I couldn't hear the whole thing, so it sounded like Beelzebub.
Oh, lovely confusion. I love it.
So Taru's a clone.
Yeah, and he's the hotshot pilot of and the face of Sif, and he's being pushed out into the public of the population on the planet, and back home for the our solar system, the home Earth system, to as the propaganda tool to keep the war going. And
one guy?
Yeah. Well, yeah, one guy.
He's the face of it. I'm a clone. I'm really cool. Kill some El Silvali.
Yeah. So right. He's like a superstar, right? Yeah.
So getting back to this whole West Coast Avengers thing. Ever wonder what it would be like if Mac Ross was from Hollywood?
Sounds like a setup to a joke.
I don't know, man. I'm just spitballing here.
Big says Jeremy has been hanging out with the shroom dragons.
Licking the shroom dragons.
Oh, man.
Like it.
He said he missed her.
It's
no
okay,
worries.
Jeremy.
No worries.
We're just
Jeremy,
it's all good.
bro.
You seem the type, yeah.
Hockey says
Hockey.
finally someone cool on this show.
That's something about Ryan Cardinal. He was our last guest, right?
I mean, also us, because we're here every day.
Oh shit! That's right. So who's Mecca?
All the cool kids here are here. Mecca is she's the lieutenant commander of the Nephilim Squadron, and she's the direct boss of Taru, and she's in charge of keeping him in line because the Taquin in they're when they're made, they don't, of course they don't breed, and so their whole modus operandi is to live life to their fullest, and so they live life as as if every day as if it's their last, and
put it back up.
Be the best
I want to hear Hex
can
sing
be.
it. Hex, can you sing this?
I think I'm a clone now. There's always two of me just hanging around.
Yeah,
Nice.
good job.
I'm preparing for Sunday.
All right, yeah, we gotta get you on. It was this past Sunday, but sure, we will have to have you on in 2 weeks, and you can sing. I think I'm a clone now. So they wouldn't let the clones breed. I mean, I understand why they wouldn't let them breed, because that would be very copies of copies making babies.
And so since they have this attitude, they're kind of wild and crazy and wily, and each of these pilots is paired with a natural born human, and Mecca is one of them. And not only is she a great leader and one of the top pilots, she's also in charge of keeping Taru in line, and she has a more interesting story that unfolds later in the later chapters, which we'll see. Sort of a crisis of faith kind of thing. There's some serious themes that go on here. It's a fun book, but it's got everything.
So let's skip everybody and go down to Lizzie.
Oh, hi, Flock.
Hey,
yeah,
Flock,
she's not.
I got your books upstairs.
Hey, the flocks.
Where's Lizzie?
Lizard.
Comics mate.
Huh?
Continues.
My favorite character.
Am I already on it?
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? She's not on this page.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't see anyone named Lizzie.
Yeah, she's. I trimmed down the character count for the volume 1. Maybe I'll add her later, and then as the campaign.
I understand. I understand.
Well, now I have something to look forward to for volume 2.
I like that character.
Robin Lazala. Actually, that I wanted to. actually bring this up on the stream, since that red-haired, short-haired character that you love so much. You love so much. Yeah, there's her body.
Yeah. Oh, I was talking about this one right here. This the one I like.
Right. That's the one. Well,
no. Tell me about Robin Lazar.
Well, in Nephilim Squadron, she's more of a kind of a Wedge Antilles type of character. Kind of the control character who is kind of there, and things happen around her. But after the whole saga is over, the Soul Interstellar Forces has an emergency, and they have to head back to Earth. And she goes along with them. But our main characters, they remain on the Earth or die. And
What?
But Robin, she goes back with Soul Interstellar and back to Earth. And I'm thinking, on the way back during the space fold, something happens, and suddenly, through some quantum machinations, they end up in the world of Mavericks.
Yeah, how does this happen?
Yeah, how does that happen? And Robin meets up with Mother.
I like that.
I can see that. Mo says that we're putting it all out in the open. Yep, getting everything up on top of the table. That's where I like to work.
And then this is how we.
Thank you, Hockey.
That is indeed how we get that print. That print was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If you zoom in real close, you can see in the sky, like the floating rocks from Hex's setting, like that.
Yeah. And if you back both books, you get this print as well.
All right, you gotta tell me about some of the perks here, because there's one particular perk I want to ask about. In particular, but take me to the top so you can walk us through the campaign.
Oh, wait, you have control though.
Yes.
I was talking to her. Go to the top so you can walk us through the campaign.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, there we go. The featured tier up there. That's for the I call it the transdimensional tier. Transdimensional because I'm crossing over into another dimension with the wonderful Boog Dan Plagle and his universe colliding with the Nephilim Squadron universe, and also because trans is in right now.
Your covers are great. The Boog Dan cover is just perfect, and I love the Macross homage cover.
Thank you. Yes. So what we got here is it's an 80-page story page, action-packed science fantasy epic, and it'll be perfect bound, offset printed, high quality graphic novel, including chapters 1 through 3 in color, and the transdimensional tier that includes the 3 covers, a bookmark, pin, a sticker, a commission sketch card of anything you like, all the stretch goal items, and the digital version, the PDF, which I call the holodeck.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that is a big dimensional package.
Yes, and if y'all are watching now or later, and if you signed up for the mailing list for this, remember that free shipping applies for this transdimensional tier, the featured tier.
Freaking cool.
Very cool.
Get on it.
So we've got Master of the Total Defense Shogun.
Yes.
Up in the chat.
Not shotgun. Shogun.
I copy it inside every time I say it.
I just want to go back a little bit. Zaid and Mo Biggs were both saying that the print was really cool and badass. So don't forget, if you've already backed Mavericks, back Nephilim Squad, and you will get that print.
Yes.
In particular.
That particular print.
In particular.
Do it.
Yeah. Keep it going. Tell us what's next. You got the PDF.
Mm.
You got
Oh yes, the PDF. Get your beanie. Where is it?
Oh, do you have one?
Yes,
nice.
beanie. Just
Oh,
almost
pretty.
like this one. This one is the my sample copy, which turned out pretty nice, but
Nice.
the captain's designation NS00
Mm-hmm.
kind of it doesn't read too well when it's stitched in there. So what I'm doing now is just having just the insignia, and it'll be larger on the beanie for the backers.
Hex, you're famous. Master of the TDS heard about this campaign on the Twitters.
Ah, thanks, Master.
So scroll down,
Little Master.
because I know you've got a bunch of different pieces of merch on this. We've got First Contact. That's a sketch card, right?
Yeah, those are Nephilim Squadron character sketch cards. In case you want those, those are add-ons at checkout too. Everything is an add-on at checkout.
And you got a women's tee.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a men's tee?
Not yet. I was told to add that, and I'll get on it.
Do you have a non-specified, non-gendered tee for aliens? Know your demographic, man. Like half your book is about aliens. You need a shirt that can be worn by coral people.
I'm gonna have like options at the end, like 4 arms, 8 arms, 12 arms,
3 boobs, 6 boobs.
Exactly.
So we've got the standard book.
Yeah, solar system tier, the down to earth tier.
Oh, the one above that was the Macross.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got 3 covers. We've got the Macross variant, the standard cover, and the Boob Dan variant.
Yes, all for the low price of $30, 80 pages, $30, and all the stuff that comes with it.
That's a good deal.
And then you've got virgin covers in case for some reason you want to order a virgin in the mail. Sorry about that.
It's not
Yeah.
It's like 7 p.m. Where Hex is, that's like 10 p.m., right?
Well.
Or 4
p.m.
It's the other way, right? It's the other way.
Hey, you work hard. I get it. I understand. You guys, you all are working hard.
Scroll down. There's one particular tier that I want to get to in particular.
I like the bomber jacket.
I want the design on the back, though. Hex, I want you to go and get the bomber jacket to have like the big bomber jacket design on the back.
Okay. I'll look into that.
It'll make it more expensive, but you're not gonna have to make it the Printful people or the whatever they are. Who does our merch?
Printful.
Yeah,
Is it Printful?
We do Printful.
They'll
they do good
take
stuff.
care of it, right? Right.
They can do if I ask them to, because it doesn't seem to be an option.
Well, you have to like design it on the jacket. Just drag the thing.
I'll check because we have Printful too, so I can check to see. Usually, like there's a different tab, and you can put something on.
Maybe I overlooked something.
So there, stop. There's the tier that I was talking about.
Yes.
Quantum moment.
Haha.
So, can you tell me who is the other person that has claimed this one of 2 tier? Because according to this tier, it is the drawn in tier, and you will become a assassin that has been sent to eliminate the cloned Haru. And you die horrifically by being turned inside out and combined with the other assassin. So
like the Philadelphia experiment.
Who got the other tier? Or the other one of this tier?
That would be the one and only Sugar Chris.
Oh, Sugar Chris got the...
Yeah.
Nice. All right. All right. So I assume
Sugar
that
Chris.
this alien assassin's going to be wearing a dress. We got to get Sim to get the other one, though, so the 2 of them can just be a blob.
Oh my God! You know what? He just might be wearing a kilt or something like that.
Nice.
Alien in a kilt? Are these alien assassins or human assassins?
He's going to be human.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess they'd have to be to have human faces to look like the people that they are. Right. Yeah. So I guess that happens on Earth, maybe.
No, this is on the planet Tamarin 12 in the the Baranian nation where it takes place. And
there
there
are people trying to assassinate Taru on the alien planet.
Oh yeah, while he and his pals are on leave, and they're having fun and having drinks in a bar, and that's where you'll see the sitting around drinking and having tea. No tea. But
Hockey has a weird question that's kind of creepy, and I don't know if I want to ask it out loud.
Oh no. Is that your daughter in the campaign? I'm not hitting on, just pointing out good genes.
So I'm lost.
Yes, Hockey, that is my daughter. Yeah. And thank you for the thank you.
Oh, wrong way. Sorry.
And yes.
I can't find it.
Avert your eyes.
Oh, there you
go. No, it's okay.
Oh, that's your daughter wearing the bomber jacket. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. That's right.
Hey.
I thought it was like art or something.
Oh no.
Apparently not.
Oh.
She's a real person. Oh wait, what's that?
Those are the influences, right?
I thought that those were books that Hex had written.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for, like an old school manga. When it's in black and white, you'll see. But the color, I don't know. It's the way I can only do it. So, I'm trying to have a sort of metal hurlant, heavy metal magazine sort of feel, and that's where also the influence of the strange chemical weapons and the weird aliens come from, and the homunculus, that all that stuff is like influenced by dreams and heavy metal magazine. So
you must have some crazy dreams, man. You spend a lot of time with those shroom dragons.
Well, I don't know. I don't really have time to dream anymore.
No, still too busy working on the book.
Yeah, I have awakened. There you go.
All right, well that's the sleeper. You're like the sleeper who has that Sadarat.
Yes.
Get chased by a giant sandworm. So that brings me to my last question. You have no time for anything but working. When are we going to play robots together? Because I went and I got this robot.
Yeah.
Valkyrie.
Yes, the Valkyrie.
Because you posted about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and got Roy because boy.
Yeah.
We have to play robots.
The problem is you have to take him out of the box. And
that's true. You did.
My wife won't let me take him out of the box.
So she's really like a collector who's gonna.
Oh, I
took mine out of the box.
Knows I have no control to make him leave things.
I've got no self-restraint, so
that works.
Well, she knows I shouldn't be playing with toys, maybe.
The homunculus mechs through my stomach. I just eat eggs.
Have you seen that guy on the YouTube who tries to make a homunculus?
That's gross. Yeah.
With an egg.
Yeah, I saw. That's gross. Frequency Girl doesn't know what we're talking about, though.
And I think I'm glad.
Yeah.
And the thing about the cool thing about the Taquin in the story is that they're not just like clones on an assembly line. They are clone or recreations of specific people from like a long time ago, like centuries ago, and or of people who had died in catastrophes, from ages ago, for reasons. So
there's always reasons.
And one of them is it's just to have a kind of a separation from whatever, like family or things like that.
What are breasts for if we can't play with them?
That's
no, it's just I thought it said breasts. Yeah. So is there any chance
you're looking at the boot game
Nephilim
cover?
Squadron helmet like the one on the cover, or plans for other merch, maybe figures in the works?
Well, as far as figures go, I do have a stretch goal for uh, a dream to have one of the fighters 3D printed. Yeah, the Glav FT, the gridline aerial vehicle fighter class Taquan.
Looking for it. Where's that stretch goal?
Oh yeah, I need to add some images to the stretch goals. Oh
Yeah.
shoot.
No.
Yeah. It's a
I'm sure
visual
everyone
medium.
at home is having fun watching you do this. Why don't I find it off the screen and then I'll bring it back up?
It's not nearly as much fun for me that way.
Yeah, but I think Jeremy lost his eggs again watching you do that.
People
but
watch
that's
this.
the 3D printed Glav fighter. That was kind of the dream there, and at first, but you're not the only one who's mentioned a helmet. I don't know, maybe in a future campaign, or who knows. We'll see how this goes.
Hockey says he'll be back in a second.
All right. Better hurry.
It says, I have my VRC legs. I'm good.
All right.
It wasn't me, Peter.
Right? It was her.
See, look at you getting me in trouble.
Yeah, that's my job.
Is it though?
I'm good at it.
Well, you are good at it. I don't know that it's your job though.
Luckily, you're not the one that employs me to do that job.
Oh, man. Can I fire them instead?
And if you did, I would get unemployment. At which point, I would just continue to do that job.
Just for the fun of it.
All right, so what's next for you after this, X? Are you going straight into chapter 4? Are you going to take some time off?
Well, after I go into In Demand, I guess the most immediate concern for me after going In Demand is fulfilling chapter 1. And as that's going along, I'll be getting back to the ShieldNet Sword mobile game and doing some programming for that and finishing up the animation. So it's pretty much just animation and programming, which I have to rebrush up on because it's been a couple of years since I've been kind of focused on just doing the book and the artwork for ShieldNet Sword for the past year or so. So yeah, ShieldNet Sword is kind of a priority before the end of the year. And then, but after, after next year, next year, if I have time, I'd like to, collaborate more with other people. I don't know if anybody wants to collaborate with me.
I like collaborating.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. But first, I gotta, knock out these first few pins in the alley.
Yep. All right,
Other
cool.
than that,
So,
I'll be hanging around. Oh yeah, and my stream on my YouTube channel, Toxic Cringe Stream with No Chill. That's gonna be coming back in November.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I also had been talking to Meloria. You guys know Meloria? She did some art for Aerith.
Oh yeah, Mel.
Yeah, Mel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's funny. You're both named Mel.
Yeah. The two Mels. Well, I brought up to her that maybe since we were kind of both interested in Kabbalism and esoteric mysticism and that kind of stuff, and maybe we should do a stream together. But that might have to come a little later. But look out for that. I'm going to get back into contact with her and
I would be interested in checking that out. You guys aren't
just
the only ones who like esoteric mysticism.
So and I'd like to have a different sort of subject matter other than pop culture and comics and things like that. Kind of, spread the wings and expand the horizons as far as YouTube goes.
Well, I mean, it's all part of it, right? Like it's what you put out, you get back. as above, so below.
Yeah. Speaking my language.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's your YouTube channel. Do you have social media stuff that you want to tell people? I mean, I think we put it in the description, right?
It is in the description.
Yeah, Hex_Allen on Twitter and Hex Allen Productions on Facebook. And I have a link tree. The link. Oh crap! Indigestion. Linktree has everything. I call it my link trunk.
Mm-hmm. It's just that big
because it's so thick. Yeah.
it's thick. All right.
So I will find your link tree and add that into the description.
Okay. Yeah, I wish it was like easier to type out, but you have to do tr.ee.
Yeah.
/ Hex Allen. I think it's that easy, actually.
Cool. I will add it into the description.
Yep. Anything else you want to tell our viewers out there other than Back Nephilim Squadron? This awesome book.
Well, I want to thank all you in the chat for showing up and saying hello and giving me shit, and I love it. You know,
the best part, right?
Any publicity is good publicity, and thank you, Frequency Girl and Neff, and wherever you Garrett, wherever you are. Where's Garrett? Is he in the attic?
No Garrett, only Zool.
Garrett's in the attic.
Yeah.
Yep. Like flowers.
I will be taking photographic evidence, so there's date it and everything. Have them stand there with like the newspaper with the date on it.
It says back.
Welcome back.
Just in time.
Yeah, just in time, right? All right. So
thank you for all the love and thank you for making me part of your campaigan. And,
yeah, man, our pleasure. Thank you for having an awesome campaign for us to synthesize with. Yeah, it's really cool.
That's because
as I said, I'd love to collaborate with some of you peoples. You know, I mean, not just the Frequency gang and. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I've been dying to say this. Have you ever gotten this? The Gluten Frequency gang.
We have not, but that's awesome.
Thank you. I came up with that. I think.
Okay.
I'm going to take credit for the
going to be a line of fake baked goods now. Okay. On that note, everybody, don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications,
and tune into the frequency.
We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.